In this video, we're going to take a look at the Angelbird AV Pro SD-V90 Mark II UHS-II SD cards. The AV Pro cards are shock, dust, moisture, X-ray, magnet, and temperature proof, and Angelbird gives you a 3-year warranty on the cards, but you do need to register the cards in order to get that warranty. These are V90 cards, which makes them a great choice for recording 10-bit footage on the Sony A7IV, A7S III, FX3, and FX30. These cards are UHS-II, and you can tell that by the second row of pins on the back of the memory cards. But they're also fully backwards compatible with UHS-I card slots, which makes them great to use with cameras like the Sony A7 III. Even though they only have one UHS-II card slot, you can still use them in the UHS-I card slot. Then you can take advantage of the faster speeds when offloading the footage from the memory card to your computer. Angelbird claims that these can hit 300 megabytes per second on the read side and 280 megabytes per second on the write side, and these are V90 cards. Now, if you're a videographer, the V90 rating is what's really important on these cards because it means that they can support a sustained write speed of 90 megabytes per second, which is important for shooting in higher bit rates on cameras like the A7IV or the A7S III. If you want to be able to shoot in 10-bit, then you're going to need a faster card like this. If you use a slower card like a V30 or a V60, a lot of the recording modes will still work, but eventually you'll find that the card starts to bog down and recording on your camera can shut off with no warning. But using these V90 Angelbird cards, I've had no issues with my recording stopping or not being able to hit the speeds I need to. I did a speed test with my 14-inch MacBook Pro's built-in UHS-II card reader, and I got around 250 megabytes per second average on both the read and the write side. Now, whenever you get new memory cards, you really should format them in whatever camera you're going to be using them with. And after formatting them, I've been using them for a while on my A7 IV, and I've shot a lot of XAVC-S footage in 10-bit, and I've had no issues with the recording stopping. I also have really appreciated the faster offload speeds of these cards so I can get my files off quickly from my camera to computer and start editing. It also works really well if you're shooting burst photos. That way you're not having to worry about the cards bogging down. You'll only be limited by the camera's internal buffer when shooting raw photos with these. I was able to shoot in all the different codecs on my Sony A7 IV, including the XAVC-I, which is a very high bitrate file size. Now, I did run into some issues with them not allowing me to shoot S&Q mode at XAVC-SI in slow motion. You'll find the same thing is true using an FX3 or a Sony A7S III. You're not going to be able to shoot in 2x or 4x slow motion in S&Q mode if you're using the XAVC-SI codec. But if you want to get around this and still get pretty high quality S&Q slow motion footage, then you can just shoot in XAVC-S and shoot in 10-bit to still get pretty good color. It's just not going to be quite as high quality as using the XAVC-SI codec. But these file sizes are also huge if you shoot in that codec, and you're not going to be able to shoot very long on most SD cards before you fill them up. The Angelbird AV Pro SD cards are available in 64, 128, 256, and 512 gigabyte configurations if you're buying the V90 cards. And I really recommend sticking with the V90. Don't save money and buy V60 or V30 cards because these will give you the best possible speeds and sustained speeds for doing video and burst photos. I found that the prices on these cards can fluctuate quite a bit depending on what sales are going on. So my recommendation is if you can pick them up on sale. But I have links for these cards in the description below so you can see what the current prices of all the different sizes of storage are. If you have any other questions about these cards or think I missed something, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content.